should Christians celebrate Halloween? I've got an easy categorical answer to that. I think the answer is no. I've done many radio programs on this, just about once a year. On the briefing, I address this. I do not mean by that your children can't dress up as cowboys and Indians and firemen and policemen and princesses and go ask people for candy. That's a different thing. But we cannot celebrate Halloween, which is, after all, a celebration of paganism and is deeply, deeply, and I mean centuries long, rooted in occult practice. And by the way, it's showing up, even in recent years, more graphically. Halloween, as a cultural celebration, is being increasingly, openly repaganized with fascination with the occult. So, just take a hint. Those who created Halloween, and which is, by the way, now one of the bigger consumer holidays in the American economy, it has become largely, for many people, it's really kind of a two-story thing. For many people, and this was the way it was when I was a boy growing up. I mean, we dressed up, never anything scary, never anything occult. We just went around and went to the neighbors and asked for candy. They gave us candy. As far as I was concerned, as I was a kid, that was a great thing. I think it's wise for a lot of Christian parents to rethink even that, just given some of the stuff that goes on. But again, in a neighborhood where you know people and there's no paganism and no one acts like there is, it's kind of a fall festival, it can be pretty innocuous. But when it comes to what was asked here about celebrating Halloween, that's where I can be categorical. No, we can't celebrate Halloween. That's just celebrating paganism, rightly understood. Good question, though.
What are your thoughts on Halloween?
It's kind of one of those questions of, are you Christ against culture, Christ in culture, Christ over culture? And I would guess that at our church there would be people from one end of perspective to the other. That is, we don't want anything to do with that demonic holiday, and why would you even be involved with that at all? To the others who have their children dress up like a butterfly and go knocking on doors and say trick or treat. And then in the middle, you'd have people who do counter events, have a thing at the church where you dress up like biblical characters and have a great time. And I'm totally okay with the middle one and the first one, and sort of okay with the second one. I grew up trick-or-treating. We were pretty serious trick-or-treaters right into teenage years. There isn't much in my neighborhood. We're kind of an inner-city neighborhood, and it's not the most lucrative place to go knocking on doors. You're not going to fill your bag up with the best. You better go to the suburbs if you want to get a good pile. So I would hope that all Christians would think biblically and carefully about any holiday, any event, and how they might be salt and light in it. And if they feel like this can be valuable for the kids in some way, to teach them, if it can be an innocent way of enjoying God's grace and teaching lessons, so be it. I'm willing to run the risk of attachment to worldliness in order to be biblically faithful in witness. Same thing with Christmas, same thing with birthdays, same thing with Easter, same thing with worshiping on Sunday. All these things have pagan connections, and so I want to be loose and broad and give freedom to the believers to find their way to be most effective. So I respect those who are renouncing it as too connected with evil, and I respect those who say, no, let's redeem it and penetrate it and use it.
Whether Christians should celebrate Halloween.
It's just ridiculous. What is it about? Just a bunch of feels more demonic every year, and they start pumping out all these books and all these movies and all these television programs that are just satanic fantasies of horror, just awful. No, just avoid it.
Thank you.
Have a fall festival.